Disclaimer: all content shared on this channel is for educational and informational purposes only. I am not a SEBI registered advisor and nothing here should be taken as investment advice. Please do your own research or consult a certified advisor before making any trading decisions. You are solely responsible for your capital and your choices.
Hello, welcome to my analysis video of S&P 500 index. First, let's start with drawing support and resistance lines. This is a good resistance line. Okay, let me clone it for a better support line. I could find this to be a good support line. Yes, let's fit a very posh manner. And again another short term resistance line. This is well and good, and I clone this and get into a clear picture of support line. This resistance and support lines are for medium term, and this resistance and support line for shorter term. Let me draw a XABCD pattern. Over here to here, from here to over here, and to all over there, which I will expand it later. Okay, that would be a possible move, I thought. For the shorter term, as per Fib and other short-term movements, I suggest the move is from the current market price of 6,760 from here to here, a downward movement to 6,690. The possible as immediate as possible. That will happen very sooner within the upcoming day. Okay. When this breaks, the possible move could be downwards again, which I would suggest yes, again a downward movement to 6,590. Okay. On the other hand scenario, we should keep up for a good watch on this upward move, which is more favorable for the market as of now. Move would suggest from 6,690 to here. That's a range around 6,815, and the move would very much suggest to move further upward. That would be a clear picture of 6,950. So summing up the scenario, the possible movement is from the current market price of 6,770 right now, around 6,770, to a downward movement to 6,690, and a movement up will come up further, connecting to 6,820 to 6,950. If possibly the trend of shorter upward movement of 6,690 breaks below, the movement will be up to 6,590 or around 6,600 move. Thank you. Okay, this is Germany 40, that is tax futures actually. So let's start with drawing support and resistance lines. This will be a good possible resistant line. I'm going to clone it. That would be a rather good support, but let us draw this. Okay, fine, well and good. Yes, a possible channel move, but furthermore it has broke it, right? So further we have to connect it perfect, some perfect. It should be, might be profit for this. So this is the probable fit, I hope so. Yes, let's remove this longer term support and resistance lines, and this would be our perfect fit for this. And now a short term one. Going to clone this. This would be a possible shorter term, and I look forward for this also. Blunt line, but it could be of major idea. Okay, so what will be the possible thing? Let's get into XABCD pattern. Okay, that looks good. Let's look for possible targets with few. So the possible move is till 23,420 from the current market price of 23,675. I hope this will much get better when it comes till 23,010 or 20 around. Okay, so the best fit will be likewise. That would give a good major move to upward movement. Price would come from here to immediate here to an immediate area of 23,420. From there, it should come for a better performance to move upward. It should come to 23,020. Then I would suggest a greater move from here, from the level of 2322, to perform a good upward move. Rather, it could move from here also to all the way around, hitting back to a level of this area and move further to this area. The possible target for upward movement I suggest is over there. See, 24,800 level will be a good possible movement. Comment on this video for better understanding. I would explain in a greater wide range. Thank you. Welcome. This is UK 100, that is London index, that is United Kingdom's index. Let's start drawing support line first. That would be great. Then we clone it. that would make up, but for better, let's consider this. No, not even better. Let's go likewise. Okay, that would fit a very far better. Let me clone. Oh, that suits the great. A better support line, a better resting line. Let's draw a shorter term one. That's good. Let me clone it. Okay, it's well and good. So no more to draw any support and resistance trend lines. Let me go further with this web tool to get a good picture. The key lines I will draw in blue color. That's good. Comforts well. Better sits on a proper ground area. These are the key levels, but there is another key level which I'll draw in red. A prime area where we could suspect an upward move strongly above this level. So again, I'll draw an XABCD pattern. Again, not first time. From here to here. The good possible move will be from here to over there to form a very straightforward and clearly looking XABCD pattern. So the possible move will be a downward movement from here to here. This will be on an immediate effect from the current market price of 10,325 to 10,250 around, and a further move will break through a connect here to here to a level of 10,140. The move depends according to probability. When it starts over here in the level of 10,250, it moves to a breakthrough to 10,380 level, and a drastic move will happen to this level of 10,570. But as it falls below the breakout of till 10,140, a great move from 10,140 to over here, which stalls at this level of 10,310, and further move would break to a long way up to 10,640. Let's see what are the possibilities and probabilities the market we are looking forward for under 1 or 2 days. Thank you. Bye. Welcome. Let's get into gold analysis. Usually we will start with drawing support and resistance lines. It's a good fit, good resistance. and this is a support which has already happened. Let's look for a longer good support. Oh, that's a good fit. For a shorter range, let's look for this. So it's a very finite way. Okay, let's dive into something with good retracements. So I could see a key level eyeing for a short-term lower move to 5,100 from here on the current market price of 5,177. As RSI and the stochastic momentum index are not favorable for a further move upwards. Let's see to find some patterns. This is a 3-drive pattern which suggests a move lower here, then to here, to over there. Well, let's see in other way of XABCD pattern. So it's good. That's well and good. It's okay. Sweet. But this suggests a strong M wave, but this could be even better, which would pump further a heavy upward movement. So let's first project the first scenario from here. The initial movement will be downwards. Okay, from current market price to 5,100, which will further provide over here good connectivity for a good trend and good formation of XABCD pattern. Let me check with fib on the level. Okay, that's a good fit. See, yes. Let's remove this pattern. Okay. Let's see how far it can move upwards. The pump from here, it will move only to a certain level. That would be around 5,322. But when this level of pullback is accomplished, the further move could be a good and drastic move, all the way eyeing to the previous high of 5,390 around the area. This would be a nice move if the second scenario, a pullback from 5,050, will trigger a good upward movement to this area. When XABCD pattern helps a lot, this is not a great XABCD, but this will be a great and good XABCD pattern which will pull back to 5,390 levels. Thank you. let's dive into Bitcoin analysis, starting with drawing support and resistance lines. This is a resistance line. Let me clone it. It's far better and good. For better long support line, let's do likewise. Checking whether that's a good support or not. So, and good support, so good resistance for longer term. For a medium term, the chart looks bullish, but as you could see, this is a lower high, and again it fails. We would appreciate the market to get it also. For shorter term, support will be likewise. See, this area is very tight, so we should look for another idea of getting a resistance drawn likewise, cloned again, or likewise. So next we try to draw fib lines. Okay. Now, the key level from the current market price of 70,670 will fall to a level of 68,850 area. That will be a good move. See, you could see a third touch point, 1 and 2, and here this is the third area. So 3 touch moves suggest, and the lower highs suggest the Bitcoin to get a drastic down movement. Let's see by identifying any patterns. If I could see a rising wedge pattern, I hope so. Let me try this. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a pattern formed with a trend line, but 3 drives could be likewise. Sorry, the triangle which I formed. See, this triangle is not a clear and paka symmetric triangle. It's a rising wedge actually. Rising wedge usually gives a good move further down. If possible, this area 69,330 breaks down, so the fall will be drastically downwards to here. Further connecting will be a later part, but the most moment would suggest a downward plan. Suggestions with RSI and stochastics also suggest that will be a great move, and the support line from here also suggests a good support over here. Let me check with the XABCD pattern which going to form, which will give us a better idea. A, B, C, and D. Sorry, I draw it wrongly. Right. This XABCD pattern suggestion is well and good. So when it falls still here, the pattern of XABCD is excellent for a better move upwards when it comes down to 67,170. which I suggest it as a strong support area which can be found here from the way down from 24th February till 26th March. So this will be a good probable move. First suggestion of target eyeing to 68,850 and the second target to 67,200 all the way down. Thank you.
மறுபடியும் முதல்ல இருந்தா
கொஞ்சம் இதோட நிறுத்திக்கலாம்ல.
ரொம்ப தூரம் போயிட்டேன். ஃபுல்லாக முடிச்சிட்டு தான் திரும்பி வர முடியும்.